Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel A to Z Automation in Java. So let's move forward and discuss about the next topic in our queue that is related to non-access modifiers is the abstract keyword. The third keyword is the abstract keyword. In previous sessions we have discussed about the final keyword and static keyword. So now let's move forward and discuss about the abstract. Abstract is the non-access modifier which is being used in Java. Okay, so what is the use case of this abstract keyword? Abstract keyword is basically used to declare any class as partially implemented. What is partially implemented means? It means that we cannot create the object of the class. Create object of this class directly. Okay, we cannot create the object of this class directly. Suppose if we want to use the methods and variables of this class, then how we can use them? We can use the methods and variables of this class by another class. Any subclass needs to be either implemented directly. Any subclass need to be either implement all the methods of this class. Suppose if we are marking any class as abstract, suppose a class is the abstract class. Okay, so any class, let this class, the class is B class. B is the another class that needs to be either implement all the methods of abstract class. What is that abstract class? Is that A is the abstract class here. Okay, so B class need to implement what the implementation. How we can implement? We can use the extends keyword. Then B class need to extends the A class. Then move forward. The abstract keyword cannot be used with static, final or private keywords. We cannot use the abstract keyword along with other keywords. What are those other keywords? We can write as abstract keyword cannot be used with static, final or private keywords. Okay, suppose if we are creating any variable as static, then we cannot create that variable as static abstract. We cannot use abstract keyword along with the static keyword, and we cannot create any variable or methods as abstract final as well. Abstract and final, these two keywords cannot be used together simultaneously at a time. Okay, and suppose if we are marking any variable or method as private, then we cannot use the abstract keyword along them. Okay, so this abstract keyword cannot be used along with these keywords. Okay, why this happens? Because these are preventing the overriding. Okay, private keywords generally prevent the overriding of the method. That's why we cannot use the abstract keyword along with this one. Okay, so now let's suppose we are creating any class. Suppose A class. We created one class as A. We can take the example as here. There are two more points which we need to discuss. We will discuss here those points. Suppose any class A, this is the A class. Okay, so the first point which we discussed here is that we cannot create the object of this class. Okay, so object of A class will not be created. We can suppose if we are marking this class as abstract. Okay, if we are creating any class as abstract, then we cannot create the object of this class. What will be that point? Suppose there is another class B. Okay, this is the B class and we have main method inside it. Suppose we are creating main method. Okay, we have created the main method here. So if we try to create the object of a class, a obj is equals to new a, then this will display as the error. Then this is not possible. Why this is not possible? Because a class is being declared as abstract. We cannot create the object of abstract class. It will display error. Okay. So this is the first point. And what is the second point? Suppose if we want to use the variables and methods, suppose as the object of this class will not get created, then how we will use the variables and methods of the abstract class? Suppose abstract class contains int a is equals to 20 and there is one method as well, void m1, like this. Okay, so if we want to use these variables and methods, then how it is possible? We are not able to create the object of this class, then we cannot call these methods and variables inside any other class. So there is only one method, one thing is left. What is that thing? We need to extend this class, extend a class inside B. If we are extending a inside B, then what happens? All the properties of a class will get copied inside the B class. Then what we can do? We can create the object of B class and we can call all the variables and methods of A which are being copied inside the B. Okay, that thing we can do. And what is another point? Another point which we need to discuss here is that the first major point is that we will write those points here. Let me note down those points. Abstract class may or may not contain abstract method. Abstract class may or may not contain the abstract method. Abstract class may contain abstract method or may not. Both the possibilities can be there. This is the example of abstract class may not contain the abstract method, because we are not seeing any abstract method here. This method is complete method. This is not the abstract method, as we are not seeing the abstract keyword here. So this is the example of abstract class which not contains any abstract method. This is the example of that one. And there is also a possibility. What is that possibility? Abstract class may contain the abstract method. What are the abstract methods? Abstract methods are those methods which don't have the body. We can write that point here as well. Abstract methods are those methods. What are those methods? First point is that which method is written with abstract keyword. First point is that we use the abstract keyword with that one. And what is the second point? Abstract methods don't have the body. Abstract methods don't have the body. Okay, what is that point? Let me show you here. Suppose if we are creating any abstract method inside this a1 method, then what we will do? We will go here and suppose this is the void m1 method. We are creating this method like this. We have created one simple method like this. And if we want to create this method as abstract, then what we can do? we need to provide abstract keyword before this. Okay, there is some issue. Okay, let me show you that example. Suppose this is an abstract class A1 and this class contains method as void m1 and like this, curly braces start and end. So suppose if we are doing this thing, then we can say that this is the complete method. Okay, this is the complete method, and if we want to mark this method as abstract, then what we have to do? We need to mark this method along with abstract keyword. First of all, we need to write the abstract keyword with this method. And suppose if we are marking any method as abstract, then that method do not have the body. What is the body? These curly braces part will not be there inside that method. Okay, this part need not to be there, and at the end of this method we need to provide semicolon. Now this method is treated as the abstract method. Okay, so this is the second example of abstract class. The first example is abstract class may not contain the abstract method, and this second point is abstract class may contain the abstract method. Both possibilities are possible. Abstract class may or may not contain the abstract method. Both things are possible. But there is one more point. Okay, so this point I think is clear to everyone. Abstract class may or may not contain abstract method. What is another point? If any class contains the abstract method, then it's mandatory to mark that class as abstract. Okay, so what this point tells is that suppose if we are creating any abstract method inside any class, if there is any single abstract method inside any class, then it is mandatory to mark that class as abstract. Okay, what is that example? Suppose this is the class. We have one simple class A2. Okay, this is A2 class, and like this is the class A2. Okay, and there is one method void m1 like this. As of now, this method is complete method. It method has body and it is not declared with abstract keyword. So this is okay. And suppose if we mark this method as abstract. Suppose if we marked this method as abstract. Okay, this one. So now what is this example? This class contains one abstract method. And what we are saying here is that if any class contains any abstract method, if any class contains abstract method, then it is mandatory to mark that class as abstract. So what is here? This class also contains an abstract method. So now it is mandatory to mark this class as abstract. If we don't mark this class as abstract, then it will display the error. So it is mandatory to mark the class as abstract if any class contains any single abstract method. Okay. So let's go and now show you example of this abstract class. Okay, let me create one class here. Okay, let's give us the name as abstract class 1. Okay, this is the abstract class 1 which I am just creating. Okay, so now let me discuss again one by one. What is that one? We cannot create the object of abstract class. First point is that suppose if we are creating any class as abstract, let me mark this class as abstract. So this is the abstract class. We marked this class as abstract. So now suppose this class has the main method public static void main string array and args. Okay, so if we try to create the object of this class, suppose if we are trying to create the object of this class, then this will display us the error. Why it is displaying error? Because we cannot create the object of the abstract class. We cannot create the object of this abstract class. It will display us the error. Cannot instantiate the type of this abstract class 1. We cannot instantiate this abstract class 1. Why we cannot instantiate? Because this class is marked as abstract. Okay, so suppose if we want to use the variables and methods of this class, this abstract class, as we are unable to create the object, so we cannot use the variables and methods of this class using the object. This is not possible. And suppose this class has variable like int a is equals to 20, string s is equals to sid, and there is one more method void m1. Okay, there is one void m1 method which is just displaying m1 method on console. Okay, so there are these methods and variables. So we cannot use these methods and variables because we are unable to create the object of this class. And suppose if we want to use them, then what is that? How we can use the variables and methods of this class? Any subclass needs to be either implement all the methods of abstract class. We can use these methods and variables through another class. How? By extending this class. By extending this class inside any other class, we can use them. Let me show you example. Suppose this is the QWERTY class. QWERTY class. This is the QWERTY. This is the QWERTY class, and here is this abstract class, which we are unable to create the object. Let me show you example here as well. If we are trying to create the object of this abstract class, suppose if we are trying to create the object of abstract class obj is equals to new abstract, then it will display the error. Okay, it will display error like this. We cannot instantiate the abstract class. Why we cannot instantiate? Because abstract keyword is used here, and we cannot create the object of abstract class. So now what we can do? We can extend this abstract class inside this class. Inside this subclass, we can extend this class. How to extend this one? Just copy the name of this one and use extends keyword like this and write the name of that class. Now what will happen? As you already know, as we discussed in the previous sessions, that extend keyword will copy all the variables and methods of the abstract class 1 inside this test underscore QWERTY class. So all these methods and variables will get copied inside this class. So now if we want to use these methods and variables, we can, how we can use? We can use by using the object of this QWERTY class. If we create the object of this class, then we can call the variables and methods of this class directly using this another class. Now you can call these variables and methods. You can see these. Okay, if you want to call them, you can directly call them like this. So if we want to use the variables and methods of this abstract class, then we can call them using another subclass. We need to extend that class inside any other subclass, and we can call the variables and methods of that one. Okay, so you can see this one, as we are calling this m1 method, then that m1 method is not present in this test underscore QWERTY. It means it is present in this extended class, and in this extended class we can see this m1 method, and inside this m1 method we are just displaying m1 method on console, which is being displayed here. Okay, let's move further and we can see these points. Abstract methods are those methods which method is written with abstract keyword, and abstract methods don't have the body. Let me discuss about the abstract methods now. And at the same point, let me show you one more thing. What is that one? These 2 points. Abstract class may or may not contain the abstract method. Suppose if we are taking the example of may, abstract class may not contain the abstract method. You can see this example. This is the example of abstract class may not contain abstract method. Here we can't see any abstract method. Still this is the abstract class. So abstract class may not contain the abstract method that is applicable here. This is possible. Now let me show you the example of abstract class may contain the abstract method. So in that case, what we have to do? We have to create one abstract method inside this class. So let me create one more method, void m2 like this, and as of now this is the complete method because we have provided the body as well. So in order to create any method as abstract, suppose if we want to create any method as abstract, then we need to implement these 2 points. What are these 2 points? Which method is written with abstract keyword? We call the abstract methods those methods which are written with abstract keyword. So first of all, we need to add abstract keyword with this method. Okay, we added the abstract keyword. Now it is displaying error. So as of now, why it is displaying error? Let's see the another point of that one. Abstract methods don't have the body. If we are using the abstract keyword with any method, then that method need not to have the body. This method now can't now this method cannot implement the body here. We need to remove the body of this method, or what we can do, we can remove the abstract keyword. We can do anything. If we are implementing this abstract keyword, then this method will not contain the body, and if this method contains the body, then we can't implement the abstract keyword here as well. So as of now, we are discussing about the abstract method. So we have to remove the body of this method and provide semicolon at the end. Okay, so this method is now the abstract method. This is the abstract method which is present inside this class. And you can see this abstract class contains the abstract method. This is another point of that one. Abstract class may contain the abstract method. You have already seen the may not example where the abstract class was not containing any abstract method. Now this is the point of abstract class may contain the abstract method. Here abstract class is containing abstract method, and you can see it is not displaying any error as the class is also marked as abstract. Okay, so this is this point. And now let me discuss about this one pending point. If any class contains any abstract method, then it's mandatory to mark that class as abstract. This is another point. What is this point? Let me show you. First of all, I will comment this method, and now I will remove this abstract keyword. Okay, let me save this point. Now you can see this is treated as a normal class. This is the normal class which we generally create without abstract keyword, and normal methods and variables are here. And now suppose we are adding abstract method inside this normal class. If any class contains any abstract method, if any class contains any abstract method, okay, so now this class contains abstract method. Now there is one abstract method inside this class. Now it is displaying error at 2 points, this point and this point. Now let's check the another half of this one. If any class contains any abstract method, then it is mandatory to mark that class as abstract. Now it is mandatory to mark this class as abstract. If you are creating any abstract method inside the class, then you have to mark this class as abstract. It is a mandatory point. Okay, so always remember this point as well. Now this is all about the abstract class as of now. And there is one more point which is pending as of now. If any abstract class contains any abstract method Okay, if any abstract class contains any abstract method and we are extending that class, that abstract class inside any other subclass. So now if we extend this abstract class which is containing any abstract method, if we are extending this class, then what will happen? First point, we need to implement the unimplemented method. What is that unimplemented method? That abstract method. Now in the class, wherever we are extending this abstract class, we need to implement the method which was marked as abstract. Okay, we can't do the same thing as I will show you. This class is containing the abstract method and this is the abstract class. So suppose now if I will go inside any other class and I will create or I will extend this class. Suppose let's take the example of this class. Okay, now you can see here, this is the test QWERTY class. Okay, this is the test QWERTY class, and now we are extending which class? We are extending abstract class 1, this class, abstract class 1. Now it is displaying error. What is previously it was not displaying error until this method was not present. Suppose if I comment this method, now it will not display any error. Why it will not display any error here now? Because this class don't contain any unimplemented method. This abstract class which is being extended inside any other subclass is not containing any abstract method, means any incomplete method is not present in that abstract class, so it will not display error at the time of extending. But suppose this class contains any abstract method, this class contains abstract method, now it will display error. Now it will start displaying error. Why? As we are already saying that extend keywords do what it do, it copies all the properties of any class inside another class. It just inherits all the properties, we can say that. So in this case, now what will happen? It will also copy this method here. This abstract void m2 will also get copied inside this test QWERTY class. And suppose any class contains, if any class contains any abstract method, then what we have to do? If any class contains any abstract method, if any class contains any abstract method, then it is mandatory to mark that class as abstract. Okay, then it is mandatory to mark this class as abstract. So if we are copying this abstract method here as well, and it starts displaying error, so what we can do? The first way is that we can also mark this class as abstract. We can mark this class as abstract, it will remove that error. Why we are marking this as abstract? Because this abstract class 1 contains one abstract method which is also got copied inside this class, test QWERTY class, because we are extending this class. And what happens at the time of extending? All the properties of this class will get copied inside this test_QWERTY. If all the properties are getting copied, then this abstract method will also get copied here inside test_QWERTY. If this incomplete method is getting copied and if this abstract method is getting copied, then what is the property of this abstract method? If any class contains any abstract method, then it is mandatory to mark this class as abstract. So if we are marking this class as abstract, then it will not display an error. But what will happen now? Now we will not be able to create the object of this class as well, because this is now marked as abstract class and we cannot create the object of abstract class. So another point is that what we can do, we need to implement the unimplemented methods. We have to implement the unimplemented methods here. The first point we have already did. What is that? if any class contains any abstract method and we are extending that abstract class inside any other subclass, we can mark that subclass as abstract in order to remove the error. Okay, this is the first point. If we are doing this, then we will not be able to create the object. Or what we can do, we need to implement the unimplemented method. What is the unimplemented method? This is the unimplemented method. So now if we are extending this here, so what we can do, we can copy this method here and we can implement this. Now we removed the abstract keyword, removed the semicolon, and now we will implement this. How to implement? We will provide the body of this method. So now we can remove this abstract keyword, it will not display any error. This is the implementation of the unimplemented methods. This is the implemented method. You can see this symbol of upside arrow, and if you hover over this, you will see this implements. This is the implemented method. I implemented the abstract method of this abstract class 1. So once we implement that method, now it will not display the error on the top behind this test underscore qrt, because the unimplemented methods are being implemented inside this class. Okay, so it will not display any error now. And now suppose if this class contains two abstract methods, abstract void m3 is also there. If abstract void m3 is also there, then again it will start displaying error. Why it will start displaying error? Because we have implemented only one method. There is one more incomplete method here, which was being copied from the abstract underscore class 1. What is that one? This m3 method. This is the incomplete method which is also copied here. So again we have 2 points. Either we can mark this class as abstract, then it will remove this error, or what we can do, we can give the implementation of that unimplemented method. What is that unimplemented method? M3 method is that unimplemented method. So we can give the implementation of that method as well. Now the error got removed. Okay, so this is all about the abstract keyword as of now. Okay, so thank you everyone. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe my channel if you like the videos. Thank you.